everybody, this is Barbara Guilbeaux again, coming to you with another creative demonstration. This time I will be using acrylic paint and speaking to you about texture. Now, artists develop texture in many different ways, but one of the easiest ways to do it with acrylic paint is to use a modeling paste, which dries very quickly, and you can put a texture to the surface of a canvas. All right, now texture for everybody, just a simple definition, is the surface feel of anything. So just keep that in mind. So what we're going to do is, this is just a plain gallery text canvas that is 11 by 14. It's smooth right now, and I'm going to show you how I prepared this one, which has the modeling paste on it, and it has some texture that I will paint on in a few minutes. Now, on my table, I have my modeling paste, water, acrylic paints, my paint brushes, my painting knife, which is very crucial, and paper towels. Now, what I'm going to do is set this canvas aside for a moment, and I'll go back to it, but I want to just give you a quick demonstration on how to use this modeling paste. And what I did was I put some in the center like this, and I started with a circle using the painting knife. Okay, so I put the paint in the middle, and I want to spread it out in this fashion to give kind of a flower, establish a flower. And this modeling paste is delightful because it dries so very quickly, and so you can take and get your work done very quickly. And I just keep on going on out. My flower pattern. And this is a palette knife. Artists use them all the time, and it's an easy way to also develop texture. I'm going to put a little bit more modeling paste on here in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how to stipple it and give your flower a center like that. Just dance with the palette knife. Okay, you can still come out with some more this way. Now, one thing about anything dealing with acrylics, you have to be careful and make sure you don't let that acrylic sit in your brushes, on your palette knives, or anything like that, because it dries very quickly and you will not be able to remove it easily, if at all. Okay, you can see here the texture. Right. And you can add anything you want to this later on, or what have you. So I'm going to get a paper towel down here, and I'm going to take and wipe this off my palette knife. This palette knife is very old, but I still love it. And they come in all kind of sizes and what have you that you can use to paint. Right, now, prior to this demonstration, I took and put acrylics on another canvas. And if you look closely, you can kind of see it. You can feel it, you can see the flower in there, okay? All right. Now, I use a paper plate for my acrylic paint. And today, we're going to do a yellow and red flower. Now, everybody who has studied the color wheel know that when you mix yellow and red, you're going to come up with orange, which is nice. Okay, so put my acrylic paint down here. I'm not going to need that much. I've got two yellows I'm using because one I'm going to use for the center. Okay. All right. Now, keep your paint wet. Keep it wet. Okay. Now, here are my paint brushes. All right, now I have paint brushes for oil painting and for acrylic painting. I keep them separate. Okay. So these are my acrylic brushes. Okay. I have my water over here, so as soon as I finish using the brush, I'll put it in there. But I use a lot of brushes, so all right. I think I'm gonna put a little medium with this too. Give it a little gloss. Okay, there we go. This is a gloss medium that you can mix your paint with. Make it shine. Okay. You see how I'm dabbing this on because there's texture. Now you can really see the texture. Okay. Now, acrylic paint can be thick and opaque where you can't see through it, and it can also be made transparent and to look like watercolor. But that's another lesson. But this is our center. All right, now I may take this a little bit and this a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to start going out here with this. Sometimes you have to, especially when there's texture, you have to dab because there are crevices and areas that you want to get into, so you have to dab. And you can see the beautiful orange that's developing from the mixing of the two yellows. I'm dabbing. And when you paint with acrylics, you have to move quickly. You can't hesitate and take too long. It's not like oils that you can come back to. And they have something that they call an extender that will allow you to extend the time that the paint can be mixed with another color on the canvas. And you mix that right in when you color while you're painting. I'm not going to use an extender today. I'm working very quickly. I get it into all those crevices. I meet the center, covering up what I want to cover up. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to establish something with the outside of this. Okay, just like that. This is very relaxing. I'm using my creativity as I love to do. And as I tell all my students all the time, your creativity comes from within. So as you work with your hands, your mind is working, your creative juices are working, and you're bringing something together that you like. and it just comes from within you. Okay, but there's a practical side to art and there's a creative side to art. So in school, you learn certain things about color, line, shape, and all of the elements of art and how they work together and how to put them together. So the combination of creativity and theory come together, and that's how you come up with a successful piece of art. Okay. All right, now, there we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit, maybe I'll take a golden color or something here instead of black. Black is always last. So don't start running around with black because you could turn into sometimes a muddy mess. So you have to be careful about black. You don't want to create mud on your artwork. I'm gonna take a little orange here and add that too. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to use my white with another brush. Add a little water to my paint. Make sure it's good and dry. I'm good and wet, I should say. Looking good. Now I'm going to put this in the water so it stays together. Put that one in the water too. Switch them around. Okay. Now I'm going to work on this background. Then I'm going to come back in and work on the flower. Okay, so I used to tell my students that when you are away from an object or like the outline of this flower, you can work quickly. But when you come close to it, you have to slow down, okay? So I'm slow here, I can work quickly here. And with this gallery canvas, you can bring your paint all the way off so that you don't even have to have a frame. So it's an easy, inexpensive way for you to get a nice piece for your apartment or your house or your office or wherever you want your artwork on display. So keep that in mind. I like gallery pieces because they don't have to be framed, but I also love pieces that look very good in a frame. So it just matters as to what you want to do. Now I'm going to take some of this white, I'm going to add it in here. I'm stippling again. We use a stippling technique in many places, many times, in many ways. So. Okay. So you can see how it's coming along. Now, you may wait a little while, maybe to go back in with the black, or you can go right into it. It depends on what you want to do, and you have to keep that in mind. It's left up to you to do certain things when you want to do them. The joy of painting is something that's probably can't really be expressed in words, but if you have a lot on your mind, a lot going on in your life, and you want to relax, this is one of the best ways to do it. Because for me, it's like working with a puzzle, and I'm looking for solutions to certain things as I work, as to how I can get things to be a certain way. And that's what's great about it for me. That's when the juices start to flow. So I'm going to take this, bring that white back in there, and let it be. Okay, now put that brush in the water, shake it round about. Okay, now I'm gonna put my black down, and I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna use a smaller brush, and you never need a whole lot of black. Black is powerful. It will take over, so you have to be careful. It's better to add some later than to make a mess with it. Okay, so I'm gonna look for a smaller brush. Got my gloss medium. Mix my black up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna take my time. Take another brush, maybe one of my fan brushes. This is called a fan brush. I might just fan this out a little bit. Taking another brush, and again I might add some more orange or red to this to bring it back. Okay, should take the power away from this black. Okay, in the line, because like I said, black is all powerful, and you have to be careful with it because it will take over. And see, the beauty of acrylic paint is it starts to dry, and therefore you can get a good texture on it. You know, so that's what I like about it. You know, look at the texture. You can see it. It's beautiful. Okay, now put that brush in there, and I'm going to take some more yellow. I think I'm gonna get my darker yellow. Add my water. Make sure it stays damp. Okay, there we go. Okay, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And let's come out here. Sometimes I'll take my hand when I want to. My fingers, they're sometimes the best brush. Okay, and you see how by adding that orange and yellow to the background, how it makes that flower come up and be seen and what have you. So, okay. You can see how it's developing and what have you, and looks good. Slow down, then you can speed up. You hear that noise again. Take it off the edge. Now you may say, well, what are you going to put around these sides? I will mix up a color that goes with this, and I will blend it in to the sides. Looking good, looking good. I love it, I love it. Okay. This is Barbara's creativity in action. Now, how do you clean these brushes? I clean them with soap and water. Okay. I clean all my brushes with soap and water for the final rinse. Even my oil painting brushes, I have a solution that I clean them with, and then I use soap and water. Okay. I learned that a long time ago, way back at Teachers College. Now, done this, I'm gonna put these brushes over in the water. I'm gonna get me a paper towel to try to do something with these fingers that I use with this acrylic paint. Then I'm gonna take my fan brush again, and I am going to do the right fanning. Be very careful. All right, now I'm going to put this brush in the water, and then I'm going to look for a brush that has a pretty good bottom to it. And I'm going to take this end of the brush, and I am going to stipple something in the center that gives it a little bit more definition. I do is sign my name. Taking my time. Okay, so there you go. Hope you like it. It was fun doing it. Gave me a chance to express myself and share my creativity again. I want you to give me a thumbs up, send me a comment if you'd like, and subscribe to my channel. This is Barbara Guilbeaux. Again, hoping you enjoyed my video. I'm going to do my cleanup now, make sure my brushes don't get messed up, and you all have a great day. Bye.